Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hokies will put total leather and we'll get started. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside.
And that's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They are willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out of the backfield, he's open. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. The completion well past the sticks. And the Wildcats get enough to move the chains.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Looking to scramble. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Nestled in the hills of Virginia, we're touching the Hokie Stone, means remembering the legends who formed the foundation of a power. Names like Vic and Beamer and a lunch pail mentality that applies to the Virginia Tech Hokies. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Tootin. He's brought down at the 16, would have been...
The 16.
Take the touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He rifles one deep down the right side. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Feeling some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. And they went right back to the well, and that is a big-time answer from the defense after giving up the explosive play.
Yeah, it's a great job in sudden change, right, Reese? You give up the...
And he breaks into the open. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. The Hokies will hustle to the line. He'll do it himself. Breaks the tackle.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Drones. Looking to buy time. Quarterback all over the place, trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge...
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll give it to Johnson. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They feed him again. At the 45, on his way. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll try the right side. Fights off a defender. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. To the air. It's Drones. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Floating away. Fires to the right. Give him 6. Touchdown, Hokies.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward to
picked off. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
There it is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David.
Ball is free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense. Back to its own. Welcome, everyone, to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hokies will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee in this drive. The 25. Offense set on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Finds the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. On second down, wants to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Leaves it with the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Dropping back, it's Drones. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, a 4th down stop, and the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the ball squirted out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to pass. It's Drones. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. Throws toward the end zone. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Creates a little space. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 2nd down, he'll fire. That's caught. It's Lane. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking downfield, it's Drones. He makes the connection. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hokies!
Well, after that touchdown, the crowd here at Lane Stadium is absolutely going crazy. This is one of the great environments and best fan bases in all of college football. Exit light, enter night.
And it's up and no good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They're bringing heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he's got it inside the 20. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And it's right down the boulevard. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
Can anyone? The defense finally able to make the stop.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Looks as if they'll go for 2 with the subtlety of a sledgehammer with all these big guys. They're going to run it. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And and the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Runs through the tackle. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Third down coming up for the O after the incompletion. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Now adjusting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Connection to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. When the defense loses you like that, you have to find a way to make sure the quarterback sees you.
And I guess that's waving your arms. Hey, I'm open. I never really understood that because I never feel like you're running as fast, but he got by the defense. Quarterback gets outside the pocket, makes the big completion down the field.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on first down. Fires toward the target. And that pass intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Virginia Tech 15, South Carolina 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got it inside the 15. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. With jet sweep pass. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
On these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Looking for a gap. It's Sanders. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? To throw, it's Sellers. Gets it out fast. Strong, firm tackle.
And they try to pass forward, and they complete the pass, and you just need a little second effort, something to break a tackle and maybe get into the end zone, but they weren't able to get it.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hokies look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They just put a field goal on the board, and now they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the...